Why is the bathwater going into bottles?
Wow. Belle Delphine really let herself go.
Yeah, seriously, man. This guy was ahead of the game.
I know he looks like a friendly panda bear.
Also, this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. He looks like he's gonna shit his pants. He's trying to levitate so hard. Oh my god, bro. White Jesus.
They possess their own compound right along the valley in front of Mount Fuji. All of these cult costs can get expensive, but funding is easy when your own members are financially enslaved through the debt you incur on them.
Oh my god, this is crazy. It's like Scientology, but Japanese edition.
Before they invaded his apartment and murdered him, his wife, and his infant son by bashing them with a hammer, injecting their bodies with potassium chloride, and subsequently dismembering and scattering their appendages across Japan. Kunamatsu Takagi.
I was obviously joking about everything I was saying negative about this organization before. They just, like, thought that if I didn't make that clear, totally kidding about everything. These guys seem great. Love your work. Love what you're doing. Okay. Kami Kui Shikimura Monogatari. Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Frame1 back with another reaction for you guys. And in today's video, we are checking out Kami Kui Shikimura Monogatari.exe by her boy MamaMax. I apologize if I completely butchered that or if that's not even what it says. I put this into Google Translate right before the video, and that's what it spit out for me. So sorry if that's not exactly what it says, but that's as good as it's gonna get from me right now, at least in this moment. So let me know if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly or if that's not even what it says in the, to begin with. But yeah, shoutouts to Roddy Tops for recommending today's video. I appreciate you and everybody else who continues to leave comments recommending videos for me to check out under my other videos. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. And yeah, so MamaMax, this is not something that I would normally ever watch in my own time or like, react to on the channel out of my own volition. You guys had to recommend this stuff for me. This is way out of my wheelhouse in general. I don't really do well with any horror games or movies, any creepy shit like that. I normally tend to steer clear of. But the last video was actually really interesting, and I thought the way he told the story, his editing was really good too. I really actually enjoyed it. I ended up enjoying it at the end of the video. Still, I'm glad I took a little bit of a break because I don't think I could do all that much MamaMax content in a short period of time. I would have like mad nightmares probably, so yeah, so here we are today. We're back once again. I don't know what to expect from this video really at all. Kami Kui Shikimura Monogatari. I don't know, man. I'm so bad. Oh shit, I probably butchered that. All right, here we go, guys. Little nervous, I'm gonna be honest. MamaMax. Your discretion is advised. Oh, I'm already getting the chills a little bit. What is that?
I believe I have found a game that is linked to Doomsday, made by a Japanese Doomsday cult, disguised as a new Buddhist movement, responsible for the incessant murder of innocent people. Today, I will investigate this miserable group of lunatics.
I don't even know if I'm thinking of the right story, but didn't like a Japanese president or something have something to do with this cult? Maybe I'm conflating two different stories. I could be completely wrong. I think one of you guys commented that though for me in the last video. Fuck, I should have went back and read them all. What does this say? I don't know what that said. I'm not even gonna try. Okay. One thing I've noticed is that MamaMax has like slowed down considerably on the amount of content he's put out. Maybe he just never released that much content to begin with, but it seems like a lot of his most popular videos are from a few years ago. So I'm wondering what the deal is about that. Has he just like decided to do other stuff in life and not really go for the whole YouTube stuff too much, or maybe he's a streamer now? I don't know. Oops. Yeah, you guys can let me know in the comments. Oh man. Oh, I hate this already. This low-fi, low-res. Soft. This guy, okay, he kind of, his face kind of looks like the Anonymous mask in that last clip right there. Not so much in the top right. This guy was the leader of this Doomsday cult. I guess that's what he called it. And I want to say he's gone now. As far as I can remember, that's what happened. I don't really remember if he's actually like RIP'd, but okay, let's just find out. Let's just let the video tell me. What is happening, by the way? That artwork reminded me of classic Dragon Ball. Okay. These dudes, like, there's a skeleton as one of them in the back. What is this, man?
What in the name of sweet Jesus are we looking at right now?
That's what I'm saying.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's a lonely hikikomori somewhere on the spectrum who watched too much Dragon Ball Z in their impressionable years.
Hey. Wait, what's a hikikomori? I'm so out of the sphere on anything. Like, I'm gonna need somebody to explain to me what this means and any other like Japanese words that he's referencing in this video.
Apparently what we're seeing isn't that far off from my hypothesis. It's a meditation practice known as Darduri Siddhis, where cult members will attempt to levitate like they're some kind of airbender. This is direct footage from the Shinrikyo video game called Kami Kuishiki Mura Monogatari.
Oh my god, I actually did pronounce it correctly. I mean, I don't think I pronounced it correctly, but it's the right word at least. Sometimes you put words into Google Translate from another language, and the translation's all the way like fucked up. But seems like this one was legit. Kami Kuishiki Mura Monogatari,
which in English roughly translates to the story of Kami Kuishiki Village. It was released on June 29th of 1995 by a company
before I was born
as Omsoft. The game itself comprises largely of art pieces and public appearances.
Are these words like bannable on YouTube? They don't like these words in their videos and they won't promote these videos. That's why he's like gibberishing them out.
Of the cult.
Has to be the reason. Dude, this shit is so unsettling, man. Why is the bathwater going into bottles?
Wow. Belle Delphine really let herself go.
Yeah, seriously, man. This guy was ahead of the game.
Alright, enough jokes. Let's break this bad boy down. The game is believed to be many things. Some say it's
the eyes.
Others say it's a recruitment tool. And some think it's the blueprint for it. From all of the possible data my brain can physically gather by looking at this train wreck of assets straight from Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, honestly.
I can postulate that this is some sort of resource management simulator.
Resource management simulator, interesting. Okay. Dude, all of these colors are just so jarring. There's like a super vibrant like green, neon green or red. Like, holy fuck, all the time. It just hurts my eyes. I need to turn my brightness down.
To lead the cult to its ultimate
every
goal.
Time.
Intertwined within the gameplay are cutscenes of real-life recordings of the cult's various affairs.
These are all people that were part of the cult? Normally I would fact check all of this stuff, by the way, just because I'm a very curious person, but I'm going to trust MamaMax and just assume that everything he's saying has been thoroughly fact checked and is true. Seems like a trustworthy enough guy. Just looks like somebody recorded like a video in a nightclub.
Let me try and explain what the narrative of this monstrosity is trying to convey.
Yeah, what is happening?
Begin our journey with
I hate this
wannabe air nomad failing miserably at creating an air scooter. Next we have what looks like an image of a even though that's probably, or rather definitely, not what it is at all. I mean, not like it.
I don't know how he was able to postulate that this is like a CC, I guess is what I'll call it, so my video doesn't get like flagged or something like that. From this image here, it looks like there's just a guest speaker in the front of like maybe an outdoor auditorium or something like that, and there's people around the outside I could see as well. Kind of maybe like a tennis court or something on the inside. I don't know, actually. Not sure what this is.
It matters since there are only two individually distinguishable entities in the photo anyways, humans and a fence.
Yeah.
It might help if I understood the language, but I'm sure some bilingual Japanese American with too much time on their hands will translate it for me in the comments.
True.
Thank you so much for your sacrifice.
True, that's what I like to do too.
These next few slides
get my
Shoko Asahara, who is the infamous cult leader of Shinrikyo.
Okay.
I know he looks like a friendly panda bear who happens to have his own Minecraft skin, but soon we're gonna find out he's basically the...
That's not real, right? This is like somebody added this asset, like a mod pack.
I know he looks like a friendly panda bear.
Also, this is fucking ridiculous, bro. This is fucking ridiculous. He looks like he's gonna shit his pants. He's trying to levitate so hard. Bro. Actually, whoa, maybe I shouldn't make fun of these dudes. Just kidding.
To have his own Minecraft skin. But soon we're gonna find out he's basically the cheap Japanese version of Charles Manson. And a huge piece of maggot. So I want you all to take your phone or computer screen and spit on it, so it's like you're spitting on his stupid face.
I mean, his fit though.
In hell.
We're doing a drip check.
He
passes.
Of the game that is supposedly playable. Set your copies of SimCity and City Skylines ablaze and burn them in a dumpster fire, because they're all fake ripoffs of Kamakuishiki Village. This right here is the real deal. You are in charge of Shinrikyo. How do you play exactly? Don't ask me. The vague gameplay elements don't make themselves very clear to someone who can't read the text of a text-based game. Honestly, if it weren't for my sparkling commentary, we'd be stuck in a limbo of witnessing every senseless frame this game vomits at us. I don't enjoy wasting your time.
This is like so weird, dude. I hate the colors they choose, man. Like, who the fuck... How did this pass QA testing?
I'm hyper-observing and showcasing irrelevant details. So I'm going to highlight only the important parts.
Okay.
Throughout the game, events occur based on the choices of the player. Images, audio, and videos of the cult's real-life dealings play out.
That's a creepy photo, man.
Shinrikyo hosted many politically driven public displays. Marches and dances have been held all throughout Japan to grip the good graces of the people, because they had a hunger for power, running for parliament under their own political party. There's also recruitment.
They got all these cute girls though dancing.
Books,
can't be all that
music,
bad.
VHS tapes and cable television. They even had their own anime series.
What? Did they start off as like an innocent organization and then slowly transform and mutate into whatever they are known as today? Or were they always this kind of sketch? No way. This is legitimately from the same creators of the original Dragon Ball. Oh my god, bro. White Jesus. He's channeling a spirit bomb. Uh-oh. What is that? Okay. How involved was this dude in the creation of all of this media? Because if this guy was like executive producing all of this, I would just say he's probably just a narcissist, you know? This dude's like thinks he's like a god and he's able to craft up some like electricity out of his hands. Ah, there it is. God, wants to fly so bad, man. Seriously. This guy needs a humble check.
As for their whereabouts, they possess their own compound right along the valley in front of Mount Fuji. All of these cult costs can get expensive, but funding is easy when your own members are financially enslaved through the debt you incur on them.
Oh my god, this is crazy. It's like Scientology, but Japanese edition. Because I know the Scientologists have their own compound and stuff like that as well out in, I think, California or something like that. And I want to say in the States that they get a ton of exemptions from taxes just because they are like a religious organization, and I know that a lot of things surrounding religion are exempt from taxes in the States. That's just how it is. At least that's what it used to be like that. I don't know if it's still the same, but
some frames display the identity.
I went through down the rabbit hole in Scientology many years ago, man, and I did a ton of reading on that shit. Don't remember everything, but this is kind of giving me the similar vibes.
Of these cult members.
All young women.
Its enemies. For example,
Max.
This unknown woman in a compromising and photograph allegedly held it saw in the cult.
She did what? She allegedly what?
Held it saw in the
cult.
Oh,
okay.
Kiyoshi Kariya, who was in fact commanded by the cult from an empty street in Tokyo and confined within the Shinrikyo compound until being released after he refused to give information on the whereabouts of his sister. She was a previous member that had fled and hid herself from the world.
Oh my god.
Tsutsumi Sakamoto and his family. He was a lawyer spearheading the lawsuits made against Shinrikyo's fraudulent and criminal deeds before they invaded his apartment and murdered him, his wife, and his infant son by bashing them with a hammer, injecting their bodies with potassium chloride, and subsequently dismembering and scattering their appendages across Japan. Kunamatsu Takai.
I was obviously joking about everything I was saying negative about this organization before. They just, like, thought that if I didn't make that clear, totally kidding about everything. These guys seem great. Love your work. Love what you're doing, okay? Don't come for me next, please.
Police of Japan and lead investigator on the Shinrikyo case narrowly escaped an assassin after being shot 4 times in front of his home.
My god, I don't think I've ever heard like stories about Japanese like violence like in any capacity like this. So this is just like coming as a shock to me. Obviously there's violence everywhere and criminals everywhere and people that are crazy everywhere. Not that I'm calling these people crazy, of course, just in general. But yeah, I don't know. This is just like wild for me to see.
I am disgusted by what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in telling you all of this,
is he's still? If MamaMax is still good in making vids, I think I'm probably gonna be good. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I may have just made myself a target to this cult.
Great.
They are still very much alive today.
Fantastic.
Now going by the name of Aleph. But guess what? They can suck mama's fat, throbbing because I'm not gonna live a life being afraid of standing up to evil people. Plus, I got all of you watching my back, don't I?
Facts.
Speaking of, by the way,
you guys got my back too.
My back real good by supporting me on Patreon. Link in description.
Okay, maybe he's pumping out content on Patreon now, just to answer my own question from earlier.
I come home from a 12-hour shift and fall straight to sleep knowing I gotta get back up at 4 a.m. the next day, and the next day, and the next day. But if y'all gave me enough, I could quit that job and make these videos for you full-time. Regardless, I am grateful just for the fact that you're watching. So let's get back into it. The cult's primordial beliefs center around syncretism, which is the assimilation of discrete traditions found in a blend of religions and combining these schools of thought into one unity. Seriously? Sounds like some unitology crap straight out of Dead Space.
I was gonna say what, from Dead Space?
All mankind brought together with one purpose, with one mind, with one soul.
Shoko Asahara is of course none other than the self-proclaimed messiah of these people. His purported purpose was to take upon himself the sins of the world, blessing his followers with spiritual power and relieving them of their wrongdoings.
Oh my god, he thinks he's like the Avatar. It's legit. This guy watched Nickelodeon too much as a child, and now he thinks he's got a crazy god complex. But
he also scriptured a Doomsday prophecy, which included a third world war instigated by the United States.
Okay, when
which
though?
He referred to as the Beast, and described a final conflict culminating in a nuclear Armageddon in 1997.
That's when he wrote it, or that's when he said it was going to happen? Because I've seen Internet Historians camping at the end of the world, I think that's what it was called, Same vibes as this, yo. Some dude just proclaiming all of these doomsdays that are gonna happen. They all come and go, and they just look like a big fucking jackass afterwards. It's great. It's great stuff.
Humanity would end, except for the elite few who joined the cult.
Of course.
Om's mission was not only to spread the word of salvation, but also to survive these end times. In the game, if you fail in leading the cult to flourish and act out its intentions, then you will receive what is considered the bad ending. And bring it to its end.
Wait, if you fail?
If you fail in leading the cult to flourish and act out, on the other hand, when making the correct set of gameplay decisions, will end the story on March 20th of 1995. Your cult will...
Thank God. Before I was born. I think I'm safe.
Will execute 5 coordinated out on 3 separate Tokyo subway lines using a known as sarin, an extremely toxic synthetic nerve agent intended to depose the Japanese government and initiate the events prophesized by Shoko Asahara.
What? So I thought he was like I thought he was like hyperbolizing when he said it might be like a recruitment tool trying to like brainwash people into you know, performing some heinous acts as mentioned. This is crazy. So if you beat the game, you perform biochemical attacks on this is wild actually. And I'm like psychoanalyzing this dude as I go. So if this guy was also in charge of making this game, it's like he made a prophecy. He's like has some god complex. He's making this prophecy and he wants it to come true so bad to prove that he actually is some sort of god to the world, that he's trying to brainwash people into performing these attacks to then incite the United States to then incite the Japanese government to try to enter into like or start another world war or something like that. The hell is going on here? Wow.
Regrettably, this was actually carried out in real life.
Dude.
On March 20th of 1995.
Wow, that's actually fucking crazy.
By the cult Shinrikyo, and is to date the most sealed in Japan.
Oh my God. Yo, that's crazy. I had it all wrong. I thought he was trying to like brainwash people, you know, like subtle brainwash. I mean, not so subtle, and then get them to perform these acts on their own. No, he was just letting you know what he was gonna do. He was calling his shot before he did it. Okay, this is safe for work, huh? This is a reenactment? Good Lord, man. What was the chemical called? Sarin or something? Fellas, you gotta go. Not time to like nap. This gives me the heebie-jeebies, man.
Noriko used to be a checkout girl at a supermarket.
Altogether, she has been in hospital for
Sarin.
8.5 years. By inhaling sarin, her brain was deprived of oxygen. Now she can't walk, so she's in a wheelchair. She can't talk either, and she has lost her memory.
It is said that this game was the very blueprint for the capacity
Yeah, it's
that it
terrible.
had a hand in recruiting and training the perpetrators.
Really? Like, do we really think that recruited people? I feel like the group was already formed. I don't feel like nobody plays a video game and then they're like, oh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe people are like more impressionable and their minds are more malleable than like I give them, or like that I'm giving them credit for, or like the other way around. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is crazy stuff though.
But we'll see about that. Disturbingly enough, Some of the arc footage in-game does originate from sources within the cult compound. Many examples are completely indistinguishable from what Shinrikyo publicly promotes, and others were not even publicly available.
Dude.
That is until after the subway. Thousands of hours of Shinrikyo tapes aired on international news for months after the attack. And we can even see actual footage from Fluss in the game. So how anyone theorized that this game was somehow made while showcasing the literal coverage from it is
sorry, I'm totally confused here. This was made after the attack, so it wasn't even a recruitment tool then. Like, there's no way it was. It's absolutely happened after the attack, unless they've patched it, you know?
Is beyond me.
Which they...
Still, who made it? And why?
Probably some crazy fanatics, right? Sorry if I'm breaking the immersion here. I'm just trying to put a little realistic spin on this. It's gotta be just some fanatics that made this.
So far, we have one lead. Soft. When we search for that company title through the surface web, we'll only find publications referencing the startup screen and the end screen of the game, but no actual information or history behind the name itself. There is no official website, social media, or documented history of this corporation.
How many people are a part of this cult?
There is only one official periodical that cites Soft as an official developer for the story of Kamikuishiki Village.
Where?
Game Urara. A physical Japanese newsletter advertised it and included a floppy disk to play it in the 4th volume of their magazines, released in the summer of 1995. But the lack of both electronic and physical paper trails, specifically copyright documentation, tells me that this Soft is unestablished and unregistered. Meaning it could have been made by anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
The story of Kamikuishiki Village can be classified as dope.
Like, the reason I asked how many people they have in the cult, because if they have thousands of members, it's not so far-fetched to think that they just had a few of their people create this game after the fact, try to maybe further promotion of themselves. Or some crazy fanatic somewhere else in the world decided to make some fucking insensitive-ass game highlighting the events of what happened. I don't know. Weird
which
stuff.
Are video games Japanese.
But they said the article was in the summer of 95. The attacks happened in March. So somebody just made it directly after the attacks, right? Like right after somebody like developed this game.
Hobbyists work on for recreation. The equivalent of a homebrew.
Yeah.
A fan game. Finding the mastermind would be near impossible, especially
Nintendo's
given my
office?
geographic and linguistic limitations. Thankfully, I know a guy who knows a guy. On the
Very
game
nice.
Urara advertisement for the story of Kamikuishiki Village, we will find a publisher with a name that might ring a distinctively familiar sound. Kowloon Kurosawa, the developer of Hong Kong 97. For those of you unaware,
What the hell is that?
Hong Kong 97 was one of the prime old-school mysteries, and just so happens to be the inspiration for the main theme of my name.
Huh?
And if you didn't already know, yes, I used to review. Back to the topic. Hong Kong 97 was an unlicensed Super Nintendo game that was also released in 1995, infamously known for its status as the worst game ever made, as well as the fact that it was rejected by every video game retailer in Japan. Not to mention that it's the only Super Nintendo game to ever show real-life heroic. I highly recommend watching the AVGN video by Cinemassacre and the complete history documentary by the Ultra Healthy Video Game
Hong Kong
on their
1997.
respective channels, if you'd
And
like
they
to
have
know
Bruce
more.
Lee on the
Why, though,
thing.
is Kowloon Kurosawa's fake company Happysoft recognized as the publisher for the Shinrikyo game on one of these underground articles? If he is in fact the developer, I can't say I'd be very surprised.
No, me neither. I mean, he clearly has a penchant for making ass games.
This is right up his alley. Kurosawa is
the
notorious for his unconventional creative process.
This looks like I want to
and
be the
questionable
Boshi.
business practices. However, when reached out to, he denied responsibility for its creation.
I would too,
But
buddy.
confessed he knew who was. Two high school friends of his who also shared his affinity for bizarre video games / journalism hybrids. The name of the group they went by is Kanai Karasawa. I found two names recorded behind the title, Takeshi Kanai and Koichi Karasawa. Kowloon Kurosawa confirmed they are the friends who made the story of Kamikuishiki Village.
The rabbit hole just gets deeper.
Not as a banana piece to recruit members, and not as a fan-made project worshipping the cult.
Okay.
It was a meme.
Bruh.
Their only purpose, to make fun of Shinrikyo.
Okay.
Takeshi Kanai, Koichi Kanasawa, and even Kowloon Kurosawa.
Oh, okay. I understand now why they would keep themselves hidden if this is the case, if it's actually just a meme game. Because it makes sense, obviously. You hear about all these other people that speak poorly on this this group of people. You see what happens to them, right? So obviously these two guys are just trying to play it safe and not reveal themselves to the public. But this jackass just went and put his friends on. He just doxed his friends to the death cult. Hold on.
Are trolls. Some of the very first in internet history. Perhaps even the fathers of it. They create falsehoods widely believed by mainstream media for sport. But they're not monsters.
I mean, they're bringing
just ahead of the curve.
Yeah, they're bringing attention to this stuff too.
I might even consider them heroes for shedding light on a rogue entity.
Yeah.
For finding optimism in a terrifying situation.
Ridiculous.
And for their partial role in birthing one of my most favorite pastimes. But that's a tale for another time. Our story doesn't end here, however.
Okay. Is he gonna do into some creepy stuff? I feel a little unsettled still. I feel like I lost the
remnants
goosebumps.
Of the Shinrikyo cult.
Aleph.
They are alive.
Yeah.
They are active.
I feel like he referenced this in the other video I reacted to. I recognize this little pattern here or something like that. Or maybe I saw it earlier in this video. I don't know.
1995.
Yes.
2 months after the sarin attack, Japan was made aware that Shinrikyo might have its own military force, and stationed the 1st Airborne Brigade of the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force nearby, as Tokyo police arrested Shoko Asahara, and the culprit responsible for the attack.
Okay, I'm just gonna look it up just because I'm mad curious about this. How many members were in Shinrikyo? Fuck, I can't type. A membership as high as 65,000, the large majority of whom 30 to 50K were in Russia. Huh? These numbers have not been publicly corroborated by the Japanese government, although most of the officials and the experts the staff interviewed placed a worldwide membership in the 40 to 60K range. Okay, so this cult's worldwide, huh? Okay. That's crazy, man.
Asahara faced 27 counts of murder and 13 separate indictments.
Good.
The prosecution argued that Asahara gave orders to in order to overthrow the government and install himself in the position of Emperor of Japan.
What was even the mindset there? Again, super narcissist asshole this guy is. What was the game plan there? How would the attacks in the Tokyo subways promoted him to the Emperor of Japan? Did he think they were going to like bend the knee now, like so that he wouldn't attack anything else? Was that his mindset? Huh.
That's
good, man.
Last year.
Wait, really? Recently?
Can't save yourself from being
2000. Look at this fucking guy.
The group was placed under surveillance for a period of 3 years under an anti-Om law, in which the group is required to submit a list of members and details of assets to authorities. 2003. Japan's Public Security Intelligence Agency found evidence which suggested that the group still revered Asahara. The authorities still considered the group
Yeah, shut him down.
The Public Security Intelligence Agency took a photograph inside of Alep's facilities. In this photograph, a bundle of papers is pierced with a knife on an altar-like object.
Okay.
The papers included photographs of police officers and lawyers who helped followers leave Shinrikyo. People to send Christmas cards. 2016.
Okay, who is the leader now? Obviously, I'm assuming there's like a hierarchy of command. He hasn't spoken about anybody else though, other than the other victims. Who is like the next in command underneath the main dude who was like arrested and stuff like that? I'm curious. It seems like it's almost like a mafia-esque organization or something like that.
The investigative committee of Russia announced it opened a criminal case against Shinrikyo followers. The Russian government banned Shinrikyo in the country.
Why Russia?
Why
are there so many in Russia?
2019. Kazuhiro Kosakabe intentionally rammed into pedestrians crowded into a narrow Takashita street. In retaliation for that kind of Shinrikyo Doomsday cult members. 8 were hospitalized, but thankfully no one was.
Sorry, who was this person he just mentioned who rammed all these people?
I think it's safe to say that I am no longer safe from the likes of Aleph. But as I said, I'm not going to live a life being afraid of standing up to evil people. And the best way you can help me, non-jokingly, truly, seriously, is supporting me on Patreon. It is the very thing that funds these films. And to those of you that already have, my heart melts for you, dude.
He's a stronger band than me, dude. I don't want to mess with no Aleph members. No smoke from me.
That's okay. Just thank you so much for watching.
Go support your boy,
and
MamaMax.
Here is a rap I made for my top patrons. Spread those ass cheeks, Isaiah Whamsley. Go to hell in Commonwealth. I goddamn hate you, 10 the Greg. You make me sick, sir. At Lich, Crawl Up Air, Audio Air, Suffocate Airlock Under Dock. Go get eaten by a lion, Brian, and Silphate. Fuck you.
Okay. Oh, that shit is creepy. And it is a little scary, you know? What if I got some neighbors as a part of the Shinrikyo cult? Still active to this day. No, on the reals though, that was a dope video. It was like educational. I had never heard of these attacks that happened in Tokyo. Maybe he mentioned them in the prior video that I reacted to of his, but in recent memory, or like I can't off the top of my head remember anything actually about the specific attacks itself. This was crazy. Thank you again for the recommendation for this video, Roddy. I appreciate you. And everybody else, go support MamaMax. Go help fund his Patreon, or go support his Patreon. Go sub to him, like all of his videos, all that good stuff. And if you enjoyed my video, please like, drop a sub if you're new and you want to see some more stuff like this from me in the future. And drop some more comments, you know, keep recommending videos for me to check out, whether it's new content creators, ones that I've already reacted to. Let me know what other types of content you want me to make. And yeah, that's pretty much it, yo. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.